morning to one and all present here, respected dignitaries, teachers, and all my dear fellow students. This is Gaurang Mahamunkar of Standard 9A, and I am honored to stand before you today to discuss the recent G20 summit held between 9th and 10th September 2023 in our great nation, India. This G20 summit, which was an intergovernmental forum comprising 19 countries and the European Union, it was a momentous occasion, and it's essential for us as students to understand its significance. The G20 summit brought together leaders from the world's most influential economies to address pressing global issues. India, as the host, showcased its rising prominence on the global stage. The theme of this summit, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or One Earth, One Family, One Future, carries profound significance. This theme reminds us of our shared responsibilities as global citizens and the interconnectedness of our world. One Earth reminds us of the importance of preserving our planet. It highlights the need for responsible environmental protection and addressing pressing issues like climate change and pollution. It signifies our duty to protect our home, Earth, for current and future generations. One Family emphasizes the bonds that unite humanity. It calls for empathy, understanding, and cooperation among the nations. It reminds us that despite our differences, we are all part of one human family, and our collective well-being depends on mutual support and care. One Future signifies our shared destiny. It underscores the importance of working together to build a better world for all, where opportunities are equitable and prosperity is inclusive. For us, as students, this theme carries a very crucial message. It encourages us to think beyond borders, embrace diversity, and recognize our responsibilities towards the planet and its inhabitants. In conclusion, let us draw inspiration from the G20 summit's theme, One Earth, One Family, One Future. Let us pledge to work together as a global family to create a more sustainable, inclusive, and harmonious future for all. Together, we can make a positive impact on our shared destiny. In order to celebrate the success of G20 Summit, we, the students of New Horizons College School, Vasant Lawns, have organized G20 Marathon to spread the word. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all present here. I, Avani Pandey of grade 9B, will be giving highlights of the G20 Summit 2023. The theme of the summit, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which in English translates to One Earth, One Family and One Future, correlates with the main agendas of this year's conference, which included issues like economic aid to developing countries, social and economic impact of the Russia-Ukraine war, emphasis on food and energy security and climate change. Days after the IMEC, which is the India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor and Purposeful Infrastructure Project to connect India to Europe via West Asia, was disclosed at the G20 summit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a bilateral meeting with the Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdullah Aziz Al Saud after the conclusion of the G20 summit. On the same day, India and Saudi Arabia signed a memorandum of understanding for the cooperation in the field of energy. The establishment of this corridor will undoubtedly be beneficial for the economic growth of both the countries. As for India, Saudi Arabia is among the most important strategic partners, and their cooperation is very crucial for the entire region. The interconnectivity between India and the Gulf countries will include ports, railways and better roads, gas grids and optical fiber networks. Both the countries emphasize that terrorism in all its forms is completely unacceptable. Nevertheless, how critical the situation is. Another accomplishment for India during the summit was the introduction of the African Union to the G20 summit. In the past few years, India has established itself as a prominent supporter in ascertaining the issues and difficulties faced by the global South, especially South Africa. Prime Minister Modi had took the lead in advocating for the African Union's inclusion as a member of the G20. He took the initiative by writing to the G20 nations leaders. As African Union is an important organization consisting of 55 countries, collectively representing the nations across the African continent. The G20 brings together the largest and the most crucial economies around the world, and now our Honorable Prime Minister has passed the gavel down to Brazil. Thank you.
भारत कर रहा है G20 की मेजबानी, भारत कर रहा है G20 की मेजबानी। यह अमृत काल की शुरुआत आओ लिखे नई कहानी, यह अमृत काल की शुरुआत आओ लिखे नई कहानी। G20 के प्रतीक चिन्ह दे रहे हैं शुभ संदेश, G20 के प्रतीक चिन्ह दे रहे हैं शुभ संदेश। जन जन तक पहुंचाने का कर रहे हैं हम श्री गणेश, जन जन तक पहुंचाने का कर रहे हैं हम श्री गणेश। सुन लो शुभ संदेश, सुन लो शुभ संदेश। वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, वसुधैव कुटुंबकम। एक धरती एक परिवार, एक धरती एक परिवार। चुनौतियों के बीच करना है सतत विकास, चुनौतियों के बीच करना है सतत विकास। पर्यावरण अनुकूल दृष्टि हो पूरे विश्व के पास, पर्यावरण अनुकूल दृष्टि हो पूरे विश्व के पास। आओ सब मिलकर गाएं, आओ सब मिलकर गाएं। G20 का संदेश जन जन तक पहुँचाएं, G20 का संदेश जन जन तक पहुँचाएं। एक धरती एक परिवार एक भविष्य, एक धरती एक परिवार एक भविष्य। एक धरती एक परिवार एक